Good morning, Cappuccino. Welcome to week 3, day 2 of teaching and learning from home. So we're going to start out with our warm-up with some review. We just want to solve these equations. So notice I'm changing up the letter, but we still solve the same way. You can use deconstruction or you can use balancing. It's up to you. Go ahead and choose how you want to do it. So this one, real simple. This one also real simple. So I'm going to help you with the hard ones. All right? So you go ahead, pause the video. You do this one and this one. You do the first two without me. I'll go ahead and help you with the other two, the second two. All right? So for problem number 3, I'm trying to solve for y, but I don't like it when y is over here. I like it better when it's over here, when the letter is on the left-hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it. I'm going to rewrite this using the commutative property. I'm going to rewrite this as 4y plus 2 equals 12. Now it's easy. Now I can write y equals 4y plus 2 equals 12. Now it's easy to solve. All right, using deconstruction. Okay, you could also have solved it using the balance method if you want. All right, this one over here, the letter is already where I like it, so I'm okay with this. And I could solve using balance, but I'm going to go ahead and use deconstruction right now. So A is being divided by 3, and then it's being subtracted by 5. Okay, so what's happening? I have divide by 3 minus by 5 equals 2. So then I got to do the opposites. So the opposite of minus 5 is plus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. And then the opposite of divide is multiply. So multiply by 3. 7 times 3 is 21. There's our answer. Okay, so yesterday's math space, Monday's assignment in math space was just like these, very much like these. You could do all of them using deconstruction or balancing. Okay, today we're going to get a little bit fancier. We're going to be solving equations that have more than one letter in them. We're going to combine a bunch of letters into an equation. So let's go over and look at our notes. So notes for today, our notes, we are going to be solving literal equations. Literal equations. What does that mean? Literal equations, it means that we have a lot of letters. Okay, literals, they have lots of letters. Okay, so more than just one letter, one variable. They have lots of them. Lots of letters. Letters are also called variables. Lots of variables. All right, so I've got some examples for you that are very similar to the problems you're going to do in math space. So number 1, here's how the directions look in math space. Make A the subject of the following equation. So this is what the directions will look like in math space. And then they'll give you a problem. And look how crazy this is. There's no numbers. There's only letters. So when it says make A the subject of the following equation, we want to solve for A. We're going to solve for A. We're going to solve for A. So I need to get A by itself, and we can do this using deconstruction. So first, I don't like it when the letter I'm solving for is on the right-hand side. So I'm going to rewrite the whole thing. So I'm going to start by rewriting it. So I'm going to rewrite to get my letter onto the left-hand side. So I can just rewrite the whole thing as A plus B equals C. Okay, I can just change the sides. Just pick them up and switch them. So I'm going to rewrite it. Now I'm going to deconstruct. You could also do this the balance method, but I think it's easier the first time doing it with deconstruction. So what have I got here? I want to solve for A. So I want this to say A equals, because we're solving for A. See, it says make A the subject. That means we're solving for A. So what's happening to A? A is being added by B. So what's happening here? A is being added by B. Hey, B is some number that we don't know, and that's fine. We can write plus B. That's okay. So what happened to the A? It's being added by B. And the whole thing equals C. So now I need to do the opposite. So what's the opposite of adding B? Well, that would be minusing B. Again, I do not know what number B is, so I'm just going to write minus B. So what's my answer? Well, it's C minus B. My answer is C minus B. I don't know what C is, and I don't know what B is, so I can't actually subtract them, but that is my answer. So what's my final answer? My answer is A equals C minus B. That's it. That's what I would write into math space. A equals C minus B. And that's okay. I don't have to do anything more. That's it. These are not like terms, so I can't add or subtract them. Okay, let's do another example. So for the next one, we are going to make X the subject of the following equation. I'm not going to write the whole directions down. Okay, so my problem is I have y equals x plus z, and I want to solve for x. Okay, I'm trying to solve for this one right here. Okay, because it says make x the subject, so I'm trying to solve for x. Again, I don't like it when x is on the right-hand side, so I'm going to pick up the whole thing. I'm going to rewrite it. X plus z equals y. Now I'm going to deconstruct. I'm trying to get x by itself. I want to end up with x equals. So what's happening to the x? It's being added by z. And that's it. That's all that's happening. So how am I going to solve this? Well, what's happening to the x? The new thing is it's being added by z. So what's the opposite of adding by z? Minusing by z. So what's my answer? Y minus z. So what do I write into math space? This is my answer. X equals y minus z. Okay, so I've solved for x. Even though I don't know the numbers, I can still rearrange the letters. All right, next example. So now we're going to make x be the subject again. So we're still going to solve for x on this one. And I have y equals x divided by 10. All right, so I'm trying to solve for x. Here's the x. So again, I'm going to rewrite it. I like to have the letter I'm solving for on the left side. So x over 10 equals y. I'm just changing the sides to make it easier for me. Now I'm going to deconstruct. I'm trying to solve for x. So x equals what's happening to the x? It's being divided by 10. And it's going to equal y, so only one step here. What happens? It's being divided by 10. Divided by 10. So what's the opposite of divide by 10? Multiply by 10. So y times 10 is, we always write the number first when I do multiplication. So y times 10 is the same as 10 times y. And that's it. That's my solution. Okay? Okay, next one. I want to do, this one gets a little bit harder. Again, we're going to get x to be the subject, make x the subject, so we're going to solve for x. And the problem's going to be y equals 3 times 2 plus x. Okay? So we're trying to solve for the x. Okay, make x the subject. We're trying to solve for x. I don't like it here. I'm going to switch sides, set up for deconstruction. So 3 times 2 plus x equals y. So I just recopied all of this over here, and my y over here. Now I'm ready to deconstruct. So in here I have my x. Oh, I could even switch this one too. Let's keep rewriting. Inside my parentheses, 2 plus x is the same as x plus 2. Ooh, I hope I don't run out of room here. All right, so I'm trying to get the x by itself. So x equals, what's happening to my x? It's being added by 2, and then it's being times by 3. Oops, off the bottom. Okay, so x is being added by 2, and then times by 3. So I see added by 2, and what's new here? Times by 3. So the opposite, I'm going to have to, the opposite of times is divide. I'm going to have to divide by 3. And then I'm going to have to do the opposite of plus 2, which is minus 2. So y is being divided by 3. So I'm going to have y divided by 3. And it's just a fraction. Just leave it like that. And then I'm going to minus 2. So I'm going to have y over 3 minus 2. And that's it. I cannot simplify because I do not know what y is. So that's my answer. My answer is x equals y divided by 3 minus 2. And that's it. Can't do anything else. It's all done. Okay, last example. The last example, I'm going to make, okay, this one I'm going to use totally different letters. Make R the subject. So this one's going to look really different. So the problem says D equals R times T. Okay, so it says make R the subject. I'm solving for R. Here's my R. That's what I want to solve for. So I'm going to first rewrite it. So I'm going to have R times T equals D. I like to have the letter I'm solving for on the left. So I just took the whole thing and I switched it. Okay, now I'm ready to deconstruct. I'm solving for R. So it's going to be R equals, because it says make R the subject. Well, what's happening to R? It's being times by T. And that's it. Just one thing is happening to it. So we need to times by T. R is being times by T. When the letters are next to each other, cuando las letras están al lado, el significado es multiplicar. Este es R por T. Okay? El contrario, what is the opposite of times by T? The opposite of times by T is divide by T. El contrario de por T es entre T. Okay, so now I have D divided by T. D divided by T. De entre te is de sobre te. And that's it. That's my answer. All right, you've just got 5 problems in math space. Okay, so now you're going to go do math space. It's number 16. And remember, there is a Zoom meeting with Mr. Alvarez and me at 1 p.m. today. A Zoom meeting. So look for the email from Mr. Alvarez. There's a Zoom meeting. So look for the email. Okay, so check your email. You should have an email about the Zoom meeting. All right. Good luck. Have a great day. Get that work done.